tenor and guitar work together, because to me those two instruments are the closest to the voice. You can sing on a saxophone, and you can sing on a guitar, and do phrasing, more vocal style phrasing, more of a real human phrasing on those two instruments, I think more than just about anything else. So it's a great combination. It works really well together, and there's a friend of mine named Cal David, who I met way back in Woodstock 20 years ago, who's a wonderful blues player, and I call him to come in and do the guitar, and I do everything else, and I also get a chance to do some funny things, some spoofs of like commercials. They'll have me invent a jingle, because Sybil's character in the show is a struggling actress. And from time to time, she'll get a job singing as well, as she is a very gifted singer in real life. And in fact, the way I got the job on the show was that the creator of the show and the head writer at the time knew that I was a musician, because he had come to see Sybil and I perform together. And so they came upon this situation where Sybil's character in the show got a job as a jingle singer, singing a jingle about this product called Toasted Chickies. It's like a snack food that tastes like chicken. And the guy wanted to make up this little jingle and have a scene where she's singing it and struggling with it in the studio, and they're trying to make her sound like a chicken, and she doesn't get it, and so they asked me if I could do it, and the guy just played it for me over the phone. He played his guitar, and this guy incidentally wrote the theme for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think he made some money on that one. Anyway, he played this thing over this little jingle that he had come up with over the phone. So, and he asked me if I could help him out to put something together. So the next day, I came in with a full-blown, fully produced, drums, bass, everything, horns, vocals, version of this jingle that he kind of made over the phone, and sang for me over the phone, and I put a few changes in the vocal part that improved it, and they went, oh, okay, and they gave me a few more things in the next show, and 2 shows later they said, why don't you do the music for the whole show? So that's what I've been doing ever since, and that is something, again, that I've wanted to get into for a long time, not only for the challenge of creating something new every show and responding to something. From the time I was a kid, I remember looking at movies or looking at TV and listening to the music and how it interacted with the action, and thinking, oh, that works, or that doesn't, that gets in the way, this enhances, that doesn't, and it's something that I've always been aware of, more, had kind of a focus on. How does the music and the action work together? So it's fun in that way, and the other thing I like about it is that it's what I call mailbox money. It's the residuals and the royalties that I've wanted to try to get into for so long, because you work once, and every time it's played, you get paid. That's the way to make money in music. There's an old joke: how do you make $1 million in the music business? Start with $2 million. And that's true for most people, because they work in that linear fashion. You work this amount of time for this amount of money, the job stops, the money stops, and where are you? Yeah. So I've been wanting to get into the residual and royalty thing. And if the show goes into syndication a few years down the line, then the checks will be much bigger, and I'll be much happier. So it's fun that way, and I also get a chance to work with the woman that I love in not only on the show, but we do live performances as well. This week they are filming the last show of the season. So next week and the week after that, I'll be scoring the last 2 shows, because the music always comes, after they've cut together the film. And then we are going to do some live dates. We're going to play for a week in San Francisco at the Fairmont Hotel, which is a real classy, nice cabaret there. And then we're going to go to London and play at the Café Royal, which is the premier cabaret in London. And it's just the 2 of us. It used to be a band. It used to be a 4-piece band, but I took over. It's just impossible playing cabarets to make any money with a band, especially if you're traveling and you have to have, you know, plane tickets and hotel rooms for 4 musicians. You can't make money doing a cabaret. She always kind of jokes about I have a day job to support my music habit, because she was losing money playing music with a band. You know, we went to New York and played for a month at the Rainbow, which is, you know, the top, literally the top, the highest up also, cabaret there on the top of the Rockefeller Center. And, you know, it was just, she lost money like crazy because there was just no way to make it work and make the numbers add up. So I have now pre-recorded and sequenced bass and drums. I'm sorry to put you guys out of work, but hey, this way we get the exact sound we want. The stuff sounds the way we want it to all the time, and it gives me a little bit more opportunity to shine as well, because it's just the two of us. And I play along with the pre-records that I've done on DAT, and we sing. And we do some things live, just with me on piano and the two of us singing. And I also pre-record certain sections of keyboard, so I can grab the saxophone and play some saxophone, and then the keyboard sequence goes away, and I pick up the real keyboard. So technology is a wonderful thing. I love it, and it's primarily aimed at guys like me anyway, who play keyboards, and you know, sort of have that mental connection with technology and computers and all that. So that's primarily what I'm doing. I'm doing some live things with Sybil and doing the music for the show. After we do these dates in San Francisco and London, she's going to be shooting a TV movie, which I may or may not do the music on. I don't know. She's not the producer of that, so she doesn't have the final say-so there. But we are also doing a CD together at the studio that I've put together at our house, which is an 8-track hard disk system. I think tape, you know, scraping across a head is going to be a dinosaur technology soon. What probably will happen is going to be multi-track optical recording rather than multi-track hard disk recording, because of the slowness right now. The access time, it's not really feasible at this point, but I think that's probably going to be the next step, because it's the medium, you know, the optical medium is a lot more reliable than the hard disk medium. You know, the adage is, it's not if your hard disk will crash, it's when. You know, they do. It will.